Have you ever stopped to think why so many people, perhaps even you, wear a smile on their faces while inside they're broken? Why the need to constantly show strength, as if feeling pain were a sign of weakness? This may be one of the greatest paradoxes of the human mind, believing that to be accepted, you must never show vulnerability. But what if I told you that this strength may be slowly destroying you? From an early age, you learn that crying in public is embarrassing, that asking for help is a lack of courage, and so you created a mask, an armor that protects on the outside but suffocates on the inside. This trap begins subtly. You keep quiet when you want to speak, you choke back tears when you want to break down, and you respond, "It's okay," when in fact, you're not. But there's a problem. Every time you repress your pain, it doesn't go away. It just finds new places to hide inside you. Over time, this forced strength turns into a burden. It's like carrying a backpack full of rocks that no one sees. From the outside, you appear flawless, unshakable, almost indestructible. But inside, each rock represents an unspoken pain, an unconfessed frustration, an unshared fear. What happens when this seemingly invisible backpack becomes too heavy to carry? You begin to believe you can't fail, you can't disappoint, you can't show fragility. This pattern becomes a prison. In the eyes of others, you are admired. Wow, how he can handle so much, how strong he is. But only you know how much it hurts to be seen as unshakable, when in truth, what you most desire is to be human. And it's at this point that many break down, in silence. Burnout, anxiety, depression, they usually don't arise out of nowhere. They come from the sum total of all the times you needed to be strong, when in reality, you just wanted to rest. Being strong all the time has a price. You distance yourself from yourself. You lose connection with your own emotions because you start to believe that feeling is dangerous. And so without realizing it, you trade authenticity for survival. The problem is, no one can stand living hidden behind armor forever. Eventually, the cracks begin to appear. What happens when the armor cracks? When suddenly the strength can no longer hold back the pain? The crack can happen in many ways: a seemingly unprovoked crying fit, an outburst of anger, physical exhaustion, or even a silent collapse. It's as if your body's saying, "Enough, you can't keep pretending anymore." And as frightening as this moment may seem, it can also be liberating, because it's at this point that you finally understand that vulnerability isn't weakness. It's proof that you're human. True strength isn't pretending nothing hurts. It's admitting, "I'm not okay. I need help." It's crying when your heart aches, asking for a hug when your shoulders can't take it anymore. It's about making room for vulnerability, because only then can you truly heal. When you take off your armor, something magical happens. Your bonds with others become more real. You stop living in the isolation of perfect strength and begin to experience the support that only comes when you show your whole self. It's at this moment that you realize that being vulnerable doesn't distance you from people. On the contrary, it brings you closer. If you could choose between living with a heavy armor or walking lighter, allowing others to see your scars, which would you choose? If you identify with this, remember, there's no weakness in feeling. There's no shame in asking for help. And the greatest proof of strength you can give is allowing yourself to be human. So if this video resonated with you, share it. Maybe someone you know is also trapped in the trap of being strong all the time. And if you want to continue exploring the mysteries of the mind and learning ways to free yourself from these invisible prisons, subscribe to the channel. Here, we walk together. Thanks for watching.